So you're just on.
Oh, thank you for waiting. I don't know if you're waiting for me, but I'm
Yes,
very
there's
happy
just one more
to you
person who's
guys. So
supposed to
thank you.
come. You're more than welcome. You're just waiting for one more person, but we're just going to go ahead and start. So, good evening, everyone. For me, it's already 11 p.m. here. For Filip in Canada, it's 5 p.m. And for you in Brazil, it's 6 p.m. And I have also
6 p.m.
Yes, I also have a special friend, Jump
For me, 5.
You are? You are not in
Manaus,
Brazil?
5.
Oh,
5.
you have another timeline. Oh, that's correct.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh, I have so many timelines today because Jean Poquelin is in Côte d'Ivoire, is in Africa, and he has 2 hours.
Sorry,
difference
guys.
between-
I'm in a car right now. Just
Oh, the connection is not that good?
car right now. Just car right now. Just
Now your camera is gone, Marcela. Uh-oh.
All of you guys are received the notification that it's recording here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All right, right.
Okay, just let me introduce Filip. Filip is a very long time friend of mine. We met in Canada, I believe more than 20 years ago, right, Filip?
Yeah, about 20 years, yes.
20, right? So we are traveling together, and then, I mean, not together. I was traveling, he was traveling, and then we met and we kept in touch ever since. He stayed in Canada and I didn't go back. So I think I have to pay you a visit, right, Filip? So I'm just gonna let him introduce himself. Filip, you can ask everybody to introduce themselves as well. So you get to know the participants, and then we can start with a round of questions, okay? Go ahead.
Okay, I thought I was the one introducing my today, being introduced, but I
Yeah.
actually see there's another Philip. It's probably the other Philip that is going to talk today.
No, it's gonna
No,
be
it's
you.
me. Oh,
Yes, it's Felipe is the Brazilian guy. He was also in
I
another
know, I
meeting.
know, I know.
So don't be so shy. Go ahead.
I was okay. I was trying to avoid this, but okay, I can't. Okay,
You can ask
so
questions as well, so it doesn't have to be all about you. Okay?
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So I see how many people we have here today. We have 8. We 8. Okay, Vanderlei, Rodrigo. Can I ask you guys, as she said, to introduce yourself first, and then we'll go from there. Let's start with Vanderlei. How do you pronounce it, Vanderlei?
Correct. That's Vonderlei. How are you doing
Perfect.
tonight?
Doing good, and you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Okay.
So I have a Brazilian name, although I grew up in the United States and I
Okay.
don't speak Portuguese.
Okay.
So, but I'm a Brazilian, which just makes it doubly crazy.
Mhm.
So I've been out of the country since I was 1 year old. I've come back to Brazil and I'm teaching English and I'm learning Portuguese and learning what it means to be a Brazilian. And enjoying this country and enjoying meeting all you guys. I've been all over the world. I was in Mexico this morning. I've been in Austria. I've been everywhere. So I'm enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to hearing about you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
And then we're gonna go for Rodrigo.
Okay. I'm Rodrigo. I live in Manaus, in
Okay.
the state of Amazonas, Brazil.
I know, yes.
Yeah, the middle forest.
Yeah.
I'm a agronomist, researcher in agriculture.
Mhm.
I'm a researcher in agriculture.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
it. And then we have Leandro.
Okay, my name is Leandro. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I work as a nurse, and what else? I'm married. I have a son.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm very enthusiastic in learning English.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm here being one of the organizers here in this amazing group.
Mhm.
And I'm here to help and to learn, so to have this exchange of knowledge.
Okay. Perfect.
That's good. Thank
Then
you.
we're gonna go to Jean.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, my name is John. It's my first time to enjoy. Yeah, it's my first time to join in this meeting. So I'm not a speaker. I'm not good. I'm not so good in English. So I'm here to learn more about English or whatever the subject. And I'm a student. I study linguistics. That is my passion. So
That's very good, Jean. Thank you. Thank you for trying.
And-
Actually, he helps me with French. He's a very good
Oh,
French teacher.
okay.
Oui, 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 oui.
Okay. Okay. Then we have Felipe, my hello. Hello. Yes. We can.
Philip, Simone sent me a video that you record, right?
Yeah.
Where you talk from, man?
Where I am right now, Canada.
Yes.
Canada.
Canada.
Yes.
Which city in Canada?
Toronto.
Toronto, my God.
Yeah, I
You-
used to live in Quebec, but I'm in Toronto now.
Toronto, I don't know which official language about Toronto. It's the English or it's French?
It's English.
English.
Yes.
Good, man.
Mhm.
How's weather around there? It's warm, it's cold, it's
Oh,
snowing.
today's actually very warm. This year,
Really?
winter has been very nice with us. It's not, it has not been as cold. It used to be crazy cold. No, this year I don't think we had at any time minus 30 or 30 something. It's always been the lowest we got, probably minus 10, but that was it. Today, this year was almost like being in Brazil, almost. Maybe
Really?
20 degrees difference. Okay.
Wow.
Warm in Canada. How many degrees?
How many what?
Degrees.
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 How many
Degrees.
degrees? Oh, I was yeah. Today is like I think it's 15, something like that. Yeah,
15?
it's not cold today. No,
15
It's-
here,
yeah, you want 15 degrees Celsius, not yeah.
15
1.5
degrees Rio in Brazil, it's kind of a cold day. It's a
cold.
cold weather. Yes.
Here is not cold. Here 15 is the warm day. I'm
It's
actually
because it's because
going.
Felipe lives in Rio de Janeiro. It's always warm.
Yes.
I know. I see. I know
Rio de
that.
Janeiro, it's too warm. Too
Yes.
warm.
Mhm.
Last January this year, the highest degrees, it was about 40 or 43 degrees. Real feeling, it was more than 60 degrees.
Okay.
What?
Let's-
When 60 degrees? Is that
60.
correct, Leandro?
60 degrees, it was the real feel in Rio de Janeiro last January.
No, but maybe it's the sensation, maybe not the
Oh.
real
Yeah, real feel,
temperature.
yes, the real feel.
Yeah, the
Okay.
sensation, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Or
Yes,
the
because
thermal sensation or thermal sensation, or something like that.
Yes,
Yes.
but
oh.
I love cold weather. I love.
Okay, so come here.
Let's go
Okay,
together.
Yes.
let's move on.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm really studying this because as I'm a IT professional, I'm studying some plans because I'm seeing that Canada started to hire a lot of Brazilians that work with IT.
in which field?
Sorry?
What field are you looking for?
I'm looking forward to work with IT. I'm a QA.
Mhm. Oh, you're a
So
QA.
yes, I'm a
Okay.
QA.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good to know. Okay, good. Okay, we'll talk after. Okay. The
Do you
next
work with
one.
IT too?
Yeah, I graduate. I did electrical engineering and then I work in computer science. Right now, I'm doing. I was doing a QA. I'm not mostly doing. It's still QA, but mostly QA lead. That's why for the banking industry. That's why I'm like, oh, okay, QA. You know.
See?
Let's go,
Good
Lawrence.
man.
Let's move on, Lawrence. Lawrence. Yeah, Lawrence.
Good man. Good.
You're
Your
mute. You're mute. Yeah.
microphone is
Yeah. It's open now. Sorry.
okay. That's fine.
So did you have a question?
No. Everyone was introducing themselves. I don't have a question for you today. I had a question last week.
Okay, good.
Okay. So then maybe we. Oh, there's another person
Do I
who
have a
wanted to
question
ask
to
you.
you?
No,
Yeah,
I'll be
because I
introducing myself, and then if you have questions,
Introduce
feel
yourself.
free.
Introduce
Yeah.
yourself.
So you are French speaker, from native French speaker, but you live in Toronto, huh?
I have many backgrounds.
Okay,
Ah.
just wait a second.
Okay.
Laurence, give Philippe a little introduction about yourself. Tell where you're
Yeah.
from,
Ah,
where you met,
okay. I thought I
where
did
you
my
are
introduction.
at the moment, and then he's going
Okay,
to start
sorry.
the session, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I am in Logmariaker, in my bed, in fact. I'm starting being tired.
Good night.
Thank you. And I swam today. I went to swim today.
Okay.
So it was a good time. And it's the weekend. I don't know so much what to say more.
Okay.
So you're French and you're a
Oh, yeah,
friend of
so I'm
mine.
French.
You just like the project a lot, so that's why you're here
Oh, yeah,
to
yes.
help also the Brazilians with their English. All right.
Okay, I'm
So
sorry.
Laurence is French, and it was interesting for her to join us tonight, for me and her, because we're in Europe, due to the fact that Philippe is also French speaker. So if
Okay.
something goes wrong with the French to English or something, Laurence is going to be able to help us
Okay. So,
out.
thank you.
Jean
Sorry.
Thank you. You're gonna
is
be my
saying he's French speaker, but
Okay.
as a matter of fact, Philippe is going to tell you that he's also Portuguese speaker. That's a very good thing
Okay.
for the Brazilians. Okay, Philippe, please start.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit more about you.
Yeah,
It's
sorry
a
about
lot
that.
to
I think
tell.
we're missing just one more person, but Marcella, but she's in the
Yeah,
car. Yeah.
she is in the car and she's having
Yeah.
some
Hi,
issues with the
guys.
camera, but she
I
can hear us.
Okay.
yes, I can hear you and I can talk about myself. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. So, I'm Marcela. I came to you guys through the Bruce. He connected me to this group, English Brazil and English International. So I am a HR professional. I am in between jobs right now, searching for a new opportunity. I live here in Campinas, São Paulo. And I'm very glad and I'm very excited to be here with you to improve my English, to improve my knowledge in another cultures, doing a good networking. So that's it. That's me. Nice
That's
to meet you guys.
great, Marcela. That was a great introduction. Even if we cannot see you, we can understand you completely. You have a very nice. Oh, there she is.
Oh,
Your
I'm
English is
here
very
and I'm
good.
in a car right now with my husband and my son and my dog
Oh my God.
because
Busy
we are
lady.
yes, and we are traveling right now we are going to my mother's house, my mother's city, Pirassununga, São Paulo. It's another city next
All
to
right.
Campinas, but it's another city. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so I think
So
it's time
now,
for Filip to start.
okay,
Yes.
okay. I must say I don't know what to say. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Originally, I'm from a small country in West Africa called Cape Verde Island. Okay,
That's why
that's where I have the connection with the Portuguese you saying. I was born there. I did my primary school there in Portuguese. And then I moved to France with my parents. And that's where I learned French. And the French kind of became my first language. So I did my secondary school in France, engineering school, and I started working in France. And for some reason, I always wanted to travel. And one time I was looking into going to spend some time in Brazil or in Ghana in Africa or Tanzania, completely in East Africa. And one day I was just watching TV, and there was advertisement about Quebec. They were looking for people, French-speaking people at that time. They were recruiting a lot, actually, in the IT field, because I was in the IT field. And I saw a lot of snow. A lot of people would move away from the snow, but I was like, oh my gosh, I needed to leave that for a year or two. So that's why I decided, okay, I'm gonna go to Quebec, live there 1 or 2 years, travel North America all around, and then come back to France. And that's where I actually met Simone during my travel, going left and right. And for some reason, I ended up staying. And here I am, almost 20 years later. I'm still in Canada. I don't know if I'm going back. I don't know. But in the meantime, I've traveled a lot in a lot of places. I've been to Brazil, I've been to the United States, I've been to Africa, but still I'm going back and forth. France several times, Portugal recently, but I'm still here. That's one thing. And I still work in I work in development, QA, and stuff like that. So that's basically my background. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure there's lots of questions to be answered. Who is
Okay.
the first who'd like to ask Filip some questions? No one? Okay, I'm just
One
gonna go
thing,
ahead.
one thing that I must say, I don't know, I love languages, and I spend my time whenever I have a free time to learn languages. I speak Portuguese, French, of course, English a little bit, Spanish a little bit, here and there, a little bit of Dutch, and then I'm learning Swahili and Mandarin.
Wow. You're being busy.
Nice.
You're being busy.
Yes.
Okay, Leandro, go ahead. Ask him a question.
No, you said like you speak Mandarin, right?
No, I'm studying Mandarin. I have
Okay,
an intermediate level in
okay.
Mandarin, and I'm studying Swahili, which is a language spoken in East Africa.
Okay. So you came from Cape Verde, so tell us about the food there and the main dish. So tell us like the food What
Okay,
about
I can
food?
tell you
Yeah.
about food, about music, and about the country itself. Cape Verde is a very small country, it's a 10 island. I'm sure that Jean knows because we are in the same area in West Africa. One of the island is it's empty. It's a very small island. The 9 other island we have people living on. We have our national language, which we call sometimes some people call it Capverdiano, other people call it Creole. I personally prefer to call it Capverdian, but that's our national language. It's very close to Portuguese, but it's not Portuguese. For a long time, when you go to school, the Portuguese is the language of administration. When you listen to radio or TV, Portuguese is spoken. But when you're on the street or in family, most of the time you'll be speaking the Creole. As I said, it's Portuguese based. We have a lot of Portuguese words, but grammatically, it's like we don't have so many complications that you can have in languages like French or Portuguese. We have is a simple structure like in English, for example, where you don't have the variations of verb. If you say I have, you have, stuff like that. The islands are separated in 2 groups. We call it Parlavent Island, which are the islands on the north.
Can you see the screen, Filip?
Yes.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Okay, tell
and
us
then we
then.
have the
Yes.
Sotavent
Yes,
Island.
I can see.
We have the Sotavent Island, which are in the southern part. The biggest city, the biggest island, I would say, is Santiago, which is the 4th island in the south. If you go down a little bit more, you're gonna see.
Sorry?
Who's sharing? If you go down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sharing here.
Yeah. Okay, you're sharing. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So that you have to go south. Santiago, not San Nicolau.
Yeah, here's
South,
San
south,
Nicolau.
south. No, you have to zoom in, zoom out. Sorry, zoom out.
Reduce the zoom.
Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out again. Still zoom out. You see, you have other islands in the south. So the capital city is in the biggest island, Santiago, which the name of the capital is Praia.
Praia.
And yes, originally I'm from that island, but in the north of the city is called Tarrafal.
Okay.
That's where I'm from.
Here in Praia.
That's where I was born, in the northern part. Yes, you see that beach, the beach up north. Yeah, not this one. This one is in. This one actually. That beach is probably 5 minutes from my primary school. Not the northern beach. Yeah.
Nice.
Philip, in Caribbean island, there are different regional languages.
Yes.
From the mix of Portuguese, French, Dutch, from the time of colonization from Europe, colonization of the region, and there are some similarities between this language. Papiamento,
Creole.
is the language Creole too in San André, the Colombian island. The people talk.
What you say is very it's very interesting because Papiamento. I'm not talking about all the islands because on the Caribbean island, because I'm not an expert of those islands, but I happen to know a few of them. Usually when they say Creole, that's where I don't like the term, is because they don't know how where to put it. So each of these islands, they have their own Creole, but the Creole they speak mostly is based on the language they have on the European language, on the depend which country occupied these islands. For example, if you go to Haiti, Martinique, Guadeloupe, we say they speak Creole, but their Creole is very close to French. If you speak French, you can understand some words. And if you talk about papiamento, which is spoken in Aruba, Bonaire, and Curaçao. Yes, it's very close to Portuguese, and it's very close to what actually we speak. And the reason is because initially when they started to send people to these islands, they were going through Cape Verde a long time ago, and then people were going to Brazil and to these islands. So that's why, and that's one of the reasons, because Cape Verde, when the Portuguese settled there, it was initially a place where they were bringing people from West Africa, like slaves, and then they were sending these people to a Portuguese colony, as you know, mainly Brazil, because Brazil is Portuguese. And then these three islands were also part at some point Portuguese. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, at some point, they changed hands. They went to Dutch into Netherlands. So that's why they kept the official language there is Dutch and the Papiamento. But the Papiamento is very close, is way closer to Portuguese, Spanish, and Bunkevoren than to Dutch itself. So you have some strange island like this, like Dominica was originally French, but Santa Lucia were originally French. They have this language very close to French, but in the end, they ended up being mostly English speaking.
Wow,
Nice.
that's something I really didn't know, and it's weird to see like the connection with, as Rodrigo mentioned, the Caribbean and these islands in Africa.
Yeah,
and to see like you were in the middle of nowhere, and then we went to France and to Canada. What a history! Okay, let's go to Jean. Jean has a question, and Marcela.
Jean? Okay, Jean, let's go.
Can you hear us? Jean, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Your microphone.
Yeah. Do you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Hello?
If you have a problem, you can just type the question.
Okay, my question is following. My question is following. How many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak?
How many languages I speak? It's I would say I speak, of course, the Cape Version, the French, and those are the main languages that I use on my everyday life. Mostly French these days, because we don't have a Cape Verdean community here, but it's my mother tongue. Of Portuguese, and I try to speak Spanish, not very good, but I do speak Spanish. I understand. It's very close. Spanish, if you speak Portuguese and you wanted to learn, it's very close.
You can handle
understand everything. Yeah. you're gonna be able. You won't be able to express very well, but you will be able to understand almost everything. Then English, and I think Italian is very close too. I was playing with Italian, but the languages that I'm most interested these days is, for some reason, is Mandarin and Swahili. But I'm not saying I speak those languages. I'm saying I have the basic, not speaking. But as I said, language. I speak 4 languages.
4 languages.
I can say that I can have a normal conversation. It's Cape Verdean, Portuguese, French, and English, and even a little bit Spanish.
Okay, French. What is your level in French? A1, A2, B2, or B1? What is your level in French?
Oh, my level in French. Oh, French is like my language.
Yeah, your level in French.
It's as good as yours. Non, le français est devenu non, le français est devenu ma langue, t'inquiète pas.
Ah, ok, d'accord.
Yeah. I did my secondary school. I don't know if you're familiar with the school system in France. What do we call quatrième? From quatrième, I did. When I went to France first, I couldn't speak the language, of course. What I did, there was a special school for people who don't speak the language. So that's what I did, 1 year. And then after 1 year, they put me in the normal system. Of course, I had a problem, but since I love languages, so then I got into le niveau troisième, the troisième niveau. And then, so I did, I finished what we call in France, niveau lycée, did my baccalaureate, and then I continued with my engineering school, but then I did everything else in French. And even though I live in Toronto, I mean, it's still the language that I speak every day in the house, because my wife is she's from Congo. The language that we have in common is French, so I speak is the language that I speak every day. That's why.
Perfect.
Parfait. C'est bon? T'es content?
Yeah.
Okay, merci.
Yeah, super.
Okay,
I'm
Okay,
really
I think
glad.
Marcela has a question.
Marcela,
Did you
let's go.
type
Marcela.
in
Yes.
the chat?
Yes. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Guys?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Philip. Can you talk about the professional opportunities, exponential careers, better fields to work?
In Canada?
Yes, in Canada.
Look,
Because I talked to Bruce yesterday, and he shows me a lot of opportunities abroad, like, oh, if you improve your English, you can work in another country and move with your family. And oh my God, I don't know. So that's why I want to know what fields are better to work or have more opportunities right now. And because I am a HR professional, I did psychology. I am a psychologist. It's my graduation. Yes,
Okay.
graduation.
Mhm.
Yes, and I have a master degree as an MBA in strategic people management.
In mind, okay.
People.
Look,
Yes, so that's it. That's my question.
yeah,
More like professional
look,
question.
I don't want to go into detail because I don't want to tell you something that is not true. What I see, most of the opportunities, especially when I came to
Philip,
Canada.
don't worry, okay? Just don't.
Yeah, especially when I came to,
Just
yes.
answer.
Yeah, especially when I came to Canada, they were looking at mostly people in the IT field. But Canada is a country that is looking for professionals in all kind of areas, fields. Sometimes they need in, I don't know, in right now, the most they're looking for, from what I've been reading, is in the medical field or IT field. But that doesn't mean that you cannot come here. What they have services around outside, looking for people in a specific field that they need, and I'm not sure how it works now. And it's a system based on points. If you're in the field that they want, you have points. If you speak one of the two official languages, which are French and English, so then you have more points. If you're young, you have more points. So that's what I'm saying. It's a system based on what they need and what's your qualification. And to do that, you have to apply. If you apply, then they're gonna study and they give you points based on your profile. One thing to know is Quebec is almost separated. For example, Quebec they were looking for people, but the main criteria was that you have to speak French, because the language issue is very touchy here. In Quebec, they want people to speak French. They want all immigrants they would like all immigrants to speak French. That's why a lot of people, when they decide to move to Quebec, if they speak French, is a little bit easier. But even if you don't speak French, if you speak English, you still can come, but you would have easier. It would be way more easier for you to come to other provinces instead of Quebec. Quebec is the only one that take care of its own immigration system. Right?
That's good.
Thank you so much, Philip. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Very good.
But as I said, you still need to go to Canada Services or even contact the people to see in your field to see if there's opportunity. Don't take everything that I don't want to engage myself like I am an expert. I'm not. That's what I've been reading. Okay.
There are one guy, Chris.
You are perfect.
Okay. Marcelo, there one guy, Chris. He moved to Canada and learning English here with us in English Brazil and moved to Canada. Chris, I have contact. I will send contact to the group. Probably I will send to Bruce. Yeah, Chris is a guy from Uberlândia.
If you want to be if you want to be in contact with people,
so much.
If you want to be in contact with people who come from Brazil, because my son plays soccer in a Brazilian, we call it a Brazilian academy, and there's a lady. She's from I don't know which where in Brazil, but I don't think it's São Paulo. And it's not a Curitiba too, not in the south. And she takes care of, she's in contact with immigrants, people come, she's the link between students coming from Brazil, wanted to learn English and then go back. She will probably be able to tell you a few things. I don't know. Okay?
Oh, guys, thank you so much.
So go through Simon.
I would love to do more networking, you know, and that will be great for me. Thanks.
Perfect.
Okay, Vanderlei, you have a question.
Yes, my question for you, Filip, is what are some of your hobbies? What do you do in that cold climate of Canada? What do you do?
When I came, I used to ski a lot and skating in winter. But I think I went since I went to I forgot the name, but it was in the last time I went to ski was in the US. It was so cold that day. I never went back, but I still managed to. I used to ski a lot when I was in Quebec. Since I moved to Toronto, my sons, they always have something on a weekend during the week. I'm crazy about soccer. So both of my sons play soccer. So I'm always taking them somewhere to play soccer. So this takes me a lot of time. Yeah.
How old are the boys, Philip? Because then they are in
One,
different groups. Are they in different groups? That's the reason why you're
yes,
driving every day?
one is 12 and the younger one is 6.
That's what I thought. So they have different groups, they have different hours that they play. So you're driving every day with them
Yes,
to the
almost.
Mhm. It's not easy, but if you like it, that helps, right?
I'm 100% in it. I love it. That's it's not that they're gonna become professional. It's just it's a pastime. It allows us to be to be connected.
Great.
Another question?
Leandro, maybe?
Yeah, what about the festivities there in Cape Verde? Like we have Carnival here in Brazil. So is there any festivities like that, Cape Verde?
There's a huge carnival in São Vicente, one of the islands in the north, and it's very is huge, but it's not in the dimension that you have in Rio. Okay, Rio is the biggest one, but in similarities, it looks like a lot like the one that you have, even in costumes, in stuff.
Very
It looks like a
similar,
lot.
yeah.
It looks like almost they copied what you guys do in Brazil, and they try to do the same in Cape Verde. And in terms of music, we have, I would say in Cape Verde, we have mainly two kinds of music. We have more, but let's say two. We have one that's very slow. We call it morna. And I don't know if you are you familiar with fado in Portuguese? Fado music?
Fado.
Yes, fado is a style of music in Portugal. Very saudade, stuff like that.
Cry.
Yes,
cry music.
Yes, that one is very close. It's very, I would say it's not close, but the lyrics, the stuff make you think about it. And then on the other hand, we have another music style of music that is very fast, the rhythm is way faster. We call it funana, and that style.
What is the name? Sorry.
Funana.
Funana.
Yes, and that one now we have a lot of instruments, especially guitar, which has a lot of influence from Central Africa. I would say Congo, the previous Zaire. I would say the influence. I would say.
Nice.
Nice.
And what about the religion there? What's the main religion?
The main religion is Catholic.
Catholic. Okay.
Yes, in West Africa, the main religion is Islam, Muslim, but for some reason, it has. I think there's a historical reason, but the main religion in Cape Verde is Catholic. For this reflects even in the names of the island, in the names of the cities that we have. For example, you know that like you guys have in Brazil, a lot of cities named something, a lot of streets. Our island, most of them have a saint name: Santiago, São Vicente, São Nicolau, Saint Anton, just to name a few. Even the island of Fogo, that we call Fogo, the original name was São Filip, and then because of the volcano that we have there, they changed the name to Fogo.
That's good. That's good.
So now we have probably 4 islands. 4 don't have a Catholic name, like Fogo, Sal, Brava, and Boa Vista. The other one, oh no, sorry, Maio too. But Boa Vista was São Cristóvão, they changed it to Boa Vista. Fogo was São Felipe, they changed it to Fogo. The other one remaining are saint names.
That's interesting. And that is clear that is a Catholic country island, huh? Because of the
Yes, it is.
saints.
It is. Recently, we have an influx of Muslim going, but it is still a very Catholic. And also we have a lot of, how do you call this? People, you know, when people are trying to, how does it call this? I forgot the name, but people trying to move there to preach their religion to
Missionaries?
but a lot from Brazil and the United States. From Brazil, they have the Sétimo, Igreja do Sétimo.
Oh, Adventist, Seventh Day.
Adventista, exatamente.
All right. Seventh Day Adventist.
Yeah.
Nice, good. Good. So I have made a small research here about the dish there, the main dish. So what
Cachupa.
is cachupa? Yeah.
Cachupa.
Can you share this in the screen?
Yeah. I'm gonna share here. Cachupa.
I forgot the written. Sorry.
Oh, that's with beans as well.
It's next to probably our feijoada.
It's not really feijoada because feijoada you have mostly feijão, I would say. This one is mostly corn, and most of the time with fish or salted meat.
Oh, this all this fish here like a stew, right? Stew.
Oh, you know, they're presenting this because those are the kind of fish. Since they're island, we have a lot of fish, and the main one you're seeing, which is the eel, is it's almost like is a fish that we have. I would say we have a lot of them. That's the way of saying it.
Okay.
Yeah, but is that a stew, right? So
yeah, it's like a stew. Yes.
Stew. Okay. Nice. So
nice.
And what about this one here? Is that the same or it's another?
It's it depends. Some people, as I said, some people make it with salted meat. So that's why sometimes you have sausage in it, and some people just make with the fish.
Not necessarily need to use only fish, but it can be meat.
Yeah, that's why you are using what we call this kind of sausage. They call it chorizo.
So yeah, that's the main one, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
I think Rodrigo was saying something.
I want to look for the music, the rhythm, and then I forgot the name. What is the name of music? The rhythm. The rhythm that
Yeah,
was
the rhythm, the rhythm.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. I forgot the name of rhythm. The name.
Funana, the music, Funana.
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 Funana. Okay.
Funana, non. F as in Philip, U-N-A-N-A.
Ah, okay.
Funana, I
And the
never
other
heard
one
of
is
it.
Morna.
Yeah.
But I gave
Yeah,
you the two. I gave you the two.
Kilo Cabral is the main
Kilo
guy.
Cabral. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not the main guy, but he's one of the best known. He lives in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. One thing that it's probably good to know about Cape Verde. We are part of in West Africa, part of what we call the Sahel, which means that for a long time we don't have much rain. So Cape Verde is a country that went through a lot of rough period, almost a famine. And so that's why you have a Cape Verdean all over the world. Because the country was, even though it was a very poor country, so that's why you have a community in Brazil. But actually, the biggest community outside Cape Verde is not Portugal; it's the United States in the New England area, Boston.
Oh.
In that area, you have probably as much Cape Verdean descendant from there, from that region, as in Cape Verde itself.
Wow.
And the reason, and they started going there since even before 1900. And one of the reasons they started going there was because United States had fishing boats going in the Atlantic Ocean in that area. And at some point, they start hiring people from the island on those boats. So the people that were coming into the United States to sell the fish and then go back, working and then go back, working and go back. And at some point, they decided to establish there. So that's why you have a huge Cape Verdean community there. So of course, you have the second country that you have most Cape Verdean would be Portugal, of course, and then France, and then you have the French-speaking, like Senegal. You have a huge community. Pays-Bas, you have a huge community. Sorry, I said the Pays-Bas in English, in Netherlands. You have a huge community. So, and for some reason, I don't know why. Recently, most of the Cape Verdean singers, artists, they're all coming from the Netherlands. They all live there. I don't know why.
Okay.
Most of them live in the city of Rotterdam.
And Filip, how about now in Toronto? How long have you been living there?
12 years now. My son was born here.
12, that you moved from Quebec to Toronto.
Yes.
And do you have some friends from Cape Verde or friends in Toronto? Or is
The
it difficult?
community here is very small, but we still have a few Cape Verdeans here, not as many as you can have in Europe or in the United States. To give you an illustration, we don't have, Canada doesn't have a relation with Cape Verde, which means that if you wanted to migrate from Cape Verde to Canada, you have to go through Ivory Coast. That's the closest
knows everything about
embassy Canadian representation. It used to be in Senegal, which Senegal is way just in front of us, but I don't know what was the reason they closed the service. They moved it to Ivory Coast. So if you wanted to come, you have to go to get your visa in Ivory Coast to come here. And the same thing, we had probably we had a small representation here in Toronto, but since we don't have many people from Cape Verde here, they moved the representation to Boston. So that means if I want to do my passport or any document, I have to go to Boston.
Okay. And you have a French passport at the moment or not?
I'm French and Canadian.
French and Canadian. So
Yes.
do you have 3 passports or 2?
I
Like Cape Verde?
could have 3. I don't know what is my situation anymore.
I understand.
But yeah, I can have 3. Yes. But I think, I don't know if the law allows you to have more than
Than 2, right?
2. But and some countries don't accept dual citizenship too. Cape Verde is one of the country that if you're born there, you're Cape Verdean, and if you wanna, you cannot just say I'm gonna give up the citizenship. If you want to give up citizenship, you have to write to them. They say, well, you can take as many citizenship as you want, but you're Cape Verdean, so that's why.
All right. Okay, guys, it's already time to wrap it up. It's been 1 hour that we have Filip here. He was a little bit nervous and
I'm
anxious
still
to
in.
do it, but it's, you see, when you're having some fun, time flies. It's been 1 hour and it's time to go. Maybe you're gonna have a feeling like, you see, maybe I have to come back because I still have so much stories to tell.